Deep in central China, a sprawling underground necropolis covers 22 square miles. It is an earthen complex, roughly the size of Manhattan, completely dwarfing Egypt's Valley of the Kings. At the center of this immense site lies the warrior king who conquered 7 warring states to forge a single nation, China's first emperor. But modern science is proving that this burial ground is exceptionally hostile. Far from a peaceful resting place, the soil itself hides a history of brutal mutilation and lethal toxins. To understand the true cost of this empire's founding, we must look past the historical monuments and treat the excavation site like an active, highly dangerous crime scene. 8,000 life-size clay statues stand in the pits, forming a highly equipped military force prepared for an afterlife war. Excavations 30 feet below the surface revealed just how heavily outfitted they were. Archaeologists discovered storerooms packed with meticulously woven stone armor, resembling ancient chainmail, designed to protect the emperor's spirit soldiers. The most alarming discovery came from their hands. Buried for over 2,000 years, these clay warriors were originally armed with fully functioning bronze swords that still retain an edge sharp enough to shave with. A deep historical anomaly surrounds these fully armed ranks. Before this exact moment in history, no one in China had ever created life-size human sculptures. They seemed to appear out of nowhere. This sudden leap in artistic capability has led art historians to propose a controversial theory. Hellenistic Greek artisans may have traveled to the new Chinese empire to design them. Photographs of Hellenistic statues left in Central Asia by Alexander the Great share striking similarities with the Terracotta Army. The astonishing facial realism and individualized features of these soldiers point toward unrecorded East-West contact. Despite their lethal edges and sophisticated design, these ranks occupy just one pit out of 600, standing guard over a much darker, highly restricted central core. While his clay soldiers stood watch, the emperor's final years were consumed by severe paranoia. Terrified of dying, he ordered his court to scour the world for an elixir of immortality. His personal medics finally presented him with what they believed was the secret to eternal youth. They prescribed him daily doses of liquid mercury. As he ingested the heavy metal, it systematically degraded his brain tissue. The treatments meant to keep him alive drove him into isolated insanity. Ancient texts, written a century after his death, claim the emperor carried this obsession underground. Legend stated his burial chamber contained 100 imitation rivers, flowing with liquid mercury. Ground-penetrating radar and core sampling of the 410-foot-wide central structure reveal massive hotspots of chemical signatures lighting up at the base. The Earth is saturated with wildly abnormal levels of heavy metals, confirming the toxic rivers are real. The very substance the emperor consumed to live forever ultimately killed him, and then sealed his corpse inside an impenetrable, lethal fortress. When the toxic treatments claimed his life in 210 BC, his empire immediately plunged into a shadowy succession crisis, orchestrated by the prime minister and the emperor's youngest son, Hu Hai. Recently deciphered 2,000-year-old bamboo scrolls outline their plot. They kept the emperor's death a secret from the public, buying enough time to eliminate the rightful heir to the throne. Recent excavations into the barren archaeological trenches surrounding the main tomb have revealed mass graves containing those who lost the subsequent power struggle. Researchers unearthed the skull of an individual, believed to be a murdered royal prince, with a rusted crossbow bolt embedded completely through the jugular. The trajectory indicates a short-range execution. As Hu Hai seized the throne, his paranoia rapidly escalated. To neutralize any potential threat to his stolen power, the new ruler turned on his own father's inner circle. Archaeologists have located 98 separate tombs, packed with the violently shattered remains of the emperor's young concubines. They were systematically murdered, potentially to eliminate any unborn royal heirs. Buried alongside iridescent pearls and high-status jewelry, these mutilated bones confirm that the empire's first transition of power was a documented royal bloodbath. The dynasty forged by the first emperor and poisoned by his madness could not sustain this level of violence. It collapsed completely just a few years after Hu Hai took power. Yet, the bureaucratic and cultural foundation the first emperor laid proved indestructible. His vision unified warring states, creating the nation that still bears his name today. And at the center of it all, his massive man-made mountain remains sealed. It stands under a quiet sky, actively guarded by its toxic rivers. While modern archaeology has exposed the brutal slaughter around the perimeter, the Mad King's actual burial chamber remains one of history's most dangerous unsolved mysteries. If you found this journey into the ancient past fascinating, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Echoes of Time. Leave a comment below. What do you think actually lies waiting at the bottom of the first emperor's mercury-filled tomb? Until next time, keep exploring the echoes of our past.